Alright, this video is going to explain how to make this, which is the bird base. It's not actually an origami figure per se, but it's the base of a lot of them. It can be used to make a lot of different creatures. Probably the most famous one is the crane. That's you can kind of see the shape matches up. So the crane, there's this really great flying swan that's based on a modified bird base. A dragon like this. This kind of dragon. So you can make a lot of different things if you know the origami bases. And a lot of the instructions that I see for these other ones don't really explain this first piece particularly well. So I'm going to show you guys the bird base. And that way, if you ever need to use it in different instructions, you'll know how. So it starts with a square. And the first thing to do is just simply fold it corner to corner. Crease it sharply. Open this up and fold it corner to corner one more time. It's important to open it up in between, otherwise your folds, some of them are kind of inside out. And you open that up again. And you can see how these are all valley folds. They're going down away from you. So flip it over and fold it then into rectangles. I find it easiest to remember the order the folds go in if I flip it. And then one more time. So you end up with kind of like a spider web design of all these different folds. And what flipping it over does is it gives you this nice pattern of valley, mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain going around. Because when you do the next step, you can do it a few ways. You can bring all your corners together in the middle to make this square. Or when you have folded these folds, I just kind of squish it. And that gives you a smaller square. So to make a bird base, the next key thing to remember is you have a side with all these open corners and one side that's closed. The closed side points away from you. The open corners point towards you. And you fold the open corners. You want this triangle on top to be closed. You make, basically it looks like a kite shape on top. Sometimes you have to flatten those bottom ends down. And again, crease it sharply. Flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Crease that. Crease that. And then this piece here, fold it down, give it a good crease, and I like to flip it around the back. Crease the back too. And then you open it up and you have these lines. And then take this corner, fold it up to where it naturally bends because you made this crease here. So it's going to have almost like a hinge. To me it looks like a baby bird beak. How they have those big open beaks when they're hungry. Or else kind of like a boat. So squeeze the sides of that in. And then sometimes you have to just go along with your finger and turn those creases around. Flatten it all the way to the end. and then open the other flaps up and do exactly the same thing on the other side. Make your bird beak, squeeze the sides in, and then flatten that. And that is the bird base. So you can make all of these from that, and tons of other things. There's a lot of different origami things that use the bird base, so that's how you make it.